All right, hey, so this is more how you do it. This one is a humble warrior. It is a variation of part of the warrior series. And this one you see pops into class a lot. You just kind of hear it. People go into it and you're like, oh, what's happening? This is what's happening. Ooh, hi there. You have to start with the Warrior One stance, which we just talked about. If you haven't seen it, watch that video and we'll get into it. So we're going to start standing. You're just going to step back with the left foot, plant it, heel goes in, toes go out at a 45. Right knee is going to bend. You're going to drag the hip bones up. So you're already in a nice strong Warrior One. Arms will swoop up above the head. Make sure you're not pressing through the ribs. Tuck them in. Push down to lift up. You're going to interlace your hands behind your back. Just for the sake of today, we'll start with the right thumb on top, left pinky. Try to get the palms to touch. It doesn't really matter if they do or not, but that's what you're trying to go for. Maybe the arms are straight, maybe they're not. But if the arms straighten, you saw what happened to me, and you're sinking into the low back and the ribs pop forward, bend the elbows, right? Try to pull your hands away from your butt and roll your shoulders down your back. So now you're lifting through the chest. The gaze is gonna go up. This is just opening you up. Step deep into your feet. Take a big breath in. As you breathe out with a long spine, you're gonna lift your heart up and over. You're gonna hinge forward and melt yourself down into a humble warrior. For me, because my chest right now, I'm gonna need to release the palms. Good, and for my baby, I'm gonna need to wiggle the right foot a little bit wider so I can sink down. You're trying to drag your chest around and think of pulling your left hip bone towards your right knee, right? So we're still bent in the right knee, still straight in the left leg, head is hanging, shoulders pull away from your ears. You're gonna push into your feet, roll yourself all the way up to standing, release your arms to let that go, and then you'll head right back in just to a Warrior One stance. Cool. Let's try the other side. So we're gonna shift it around, feet touching your hip width, whatever feels good. Left foot will start first, hips stay square. You'll step back with the right foot, send the heel in just a bit, bend the left knee, and right away get out of that low spine. So push down into the ground to lift the hip bones up. Arms go tall. We're gonna switch out our arms. Hands behind your back, left thumb on top, right pinky. Palms touch, elbows can stay bent or straight. Wrap your shoulders, lift hip bones and heart up, hip bones and heart up. Keep bending and sinking into that left leg. Instead of heading backwards, you're gonna bend and sink, bend and sink, bend and sink. Breath in. Keep the belly active as you hinge forward and down. And again, for me with belly, left foot needs to go wider to make space, but for you, you're probably good where you are. Drop your head. You can look back and see if the right leg rather, got soft. Make it strong. Pull your shoulders out of your ears. More weight forward into the left leg. So keep pressing into both feet equally. Pull that belly up. Drag the right hip bone towards your left knee. Just for 3. Just for 2. 1, press down, roll everything up. Good, arms swoop up high above your head. Straighten both legs, turn yourself around, and that is it. Humble warrior. So depending on what you have going on, if you've got baby, maybe yours look like mine. If you don't, you probably have a lot more space to pull everything in, right? And we're always trying to square the hips. When we go forward, the hips tend to kind of open and rotate away from the leg that's in front. So your job of whichever leg is in front is for you to keep dragging that hip bone as if it could someday touch that knee. It's not going to, but that's your diagonal line of energy, right? As you go forward, keep thinking of pulling the left hip bone towards the right knee when you go down. Same on the other side. As you head forward and down, the body's naturally going to want to open the side, right? Which is not safe for the low back. So you want to keep it square by thinking as if you're connecting your right hip bone towards your left knee when you go forward, and keep a lot of pressure in that front leg. We tend to back out of it. Keep the pressure forward and send yourself down. Awesome. Hope that makes sense, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.